Hello everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. Happy Saturday. It is Saturday the 22nd of October of 2022. So obviously so many twos right in the date today. It's a very special day today, as there's going to be a very important planetary alignment, which is going to be Venus kissing with the sun, Venus embracing the sun. I'm going to do a divine spread. We can look at it as a collective spread. We're reading the energies, but you can look at it as well as for you personally, as we are all part of the collective. Now, obviously, your personal story is not exactly the same as the collective story. So take this reading as it resonates. Venus will be conjoining with the sun in the sign of Libra, which she actually rules today. And I'm going to give you the exact times because it is a cycle that opens up a 100-year cycle. This is a really big deal, everyone. Those of you that are on Patreon, you should be looking forward in the next week, as long as I get all the October, November, December readings up that I am doing now. I'm halfway there. But during the week, I will be doing a very special Venus star point reading. We'll be looking into all the details, and I will give you as much information as I can. And I just want to say it's all because, or most of it is because of the study that Ariel Goodman has done. So my love and my respect goes out to Ariel Goodman. You can even, I suppose you can Google her, and she has had interviews with some amazing astrologers out there. So why is this very important? It's because, as I said, it opens up a new 100-year cycle. But this Venus star point, this Venus kiss with the sun has been happening in Scorpio. And it's going to change. It's going to jumpstart a change of Venus and the sun conjoining in Libra. So it is a big difference. Scorpio energy is way different to Libra. Venus is very strong. She's in her home sign. So we all know that relationships haven't been going well at all the past how many years. They've been going through a great upheaval and challenge and a death process. That's what Scorpio is all about. So today I'm doing this, and for my patrons, and do consider joining us on Patreon as we go into a lot of astrology and mythology of Venus, Aphrodite, the goddess of love. She's the goddess of love and anything that is physical and tangible that makes us feel good. She does speak to prosperity and money, love, peace, harmony, relationships. She's the goddess of relationships. So you may be interested to join us there, as I will be doing a special video during the week. Other than that, this is a tarot reading. And I just like to let you know that it's happening. What time is it happening? So it's happening exactly UTC time, so Greenwich time. It's happening at 10:17 p.m. today on the 22nd of the 10th of 2022. The 22nd of October of 2022. So it's happening just before the day changes. Greek time, it will be happening at 12:17 a.m. So on the 23rd of October. So just after midnight, it's happening in Greece. And I suppose the countries that are close to Greece anyway. Australia time, 8:17 a.m. on the 23rd, as Australia, the southern hemisphere, is ahead of us up here in Europe. So I would suggest do anything that is Venusian. Take time out to meditate. Wear comfortable clothes. Wear something that makes you feel good, that makes you feel rich. I mean, there's a sense of richness with Venus, right? Anything that makes you feel love, anything that tantalizes those five senses. Remember, Venus does not only rule Libra, she also rules Taurus. Now, of course, it's a big deal because we all have Venus somewhere in our own chart. So this Venus star point, how does it affect your own Venus? This Venus star point happening at the 29th degree of Libra. It is exactly at the 29:26 minutes, 29 degrees, 26 minutes. So it's right on the cusp with Scorpio. So how does it affect you in your own personal chart? Where is, the last degree of Libra, or the cardinal signs, Libra, Capricorn, Cancer, and Aries? Do you have any planets or any angles in your chart at that degree? That will be very important for you personally. But also this Venus star point, this kiss of Venus and the Sun. And when we talk about a kiss, we're talking about Venus and the Sun being exact. So it's like Venus is she's getting the energy from the Sun. She's getting the blessings of the Sun. Remember, the Sun is the king. The Sun is Leo. It's leadership. It's confidence. It's strength. It's healing. It's powerful. It's childlike. It's the inner child. Right? It's the ability to create. What are you hoping to create? And remember, Libra is relationships. It's justice and fairness. It's harmony. Libra is cardinal. It's cardinal air, so it's got a lot to do with our perception, the way we communicate. Right? Has there been equal giving and receiving? Equilibrium, fairness. That's what it is. That's what it's all about. And those of you that are personally interested to have your own reading such as this, do not hesitate to reach out to me. You can write to me at divinedebut11@gmail.com, and I can do an exact same reading as I will be doing here for the collective. All right. Is there anything else? If anything else comes to me, I will talk about it. I will let you know. I am using the Botticelli deck. Okay. Obviously, we see Venus here on the shell as she was birthed from the battle, let's say, between father and son, between Uranus, the god of the skies, and Saturn, who wanted to overtake his father from the throne and take his position in being the ruler, being the emperor, being in charge. So as Chronos, Saturn, struck Uranus and his ability to have children. So he struck him in his sexual, his sexual area. So as Uranus was disempowered, and I'm looking for words to use, disempowered, his reproductive organs fell into the water, and through the foam, Venus was birthed. And so that's how the mythology goes, but we will go into a lot more of that as we talk about the mythology and the astrology of Aphrodite, Venus, and the Venus star point. Now, stay with me till the end. We're going to look at, obviously, what is love. Love, prosperity, money. Oh my God. Okay, so we've got something here. We've got the Wheel of Fate, Jupiter. Wow, and it's in the reverse. It is in the reverse, which I'm not logically reading reversals. So I don't know how that happened, but the wheel has been in the reverse. Let's hope, since we've hit rock bottom in everything, our personal lives, our our ability to feel safe and secure. Venus speaks to that as well, because Venus is our money. Venus and Taurus. Venus in Taurus is more the practical things and our money, whereas Venus in Libra, she's more a spiritual, godly, cosmic Venus. So this will bring, very importantly, more the intuitive, inclined, and cosmic twin flame soulmate connections together. That is very important, okay? Because Venus in Scorpio, Scorpio is all about money. It's all about, yes, it is depth and secrecy and mysticism and fear and sexual connection, but Scorpio is also about death, so loss. Now it's all about Libra, and Libra is that cosmic Venus. Venus in Libra is the cosmic, spiritually inclined and aligned unions that will be coming into being. And where there's been injustices and a lack of balance, those relationships are going. That's why this is an attraction of special relationships, more aligned, fair, spiritual connections coming into being. And I wanted to say that the Venus and Sun conjoining, this is called a CAZIMI. A CAZIMI, which, as I said, Venus is becoming very powerful. She is, the sun will burn anything that is not pure. So it's like a purification as well of Venus, as Venus is ready to, and the sun, they're ready to ingress into Scorpio. So we're one step before the Scorpio season, as Venus is getting ready. She's aligning with the sun before she changes and she becomes, from the morning star, she's becoming the evening star. That means we'll be able to physically see her in the nighttime. Okay, as past 9 months, since January, we've been able to see her in the morning, early in the morning. So, dear Spirit, calling on guidance from Spirit. Please, Spirit, I'd like to have some advice. What is this Venus star point going to do for the collective and for us individually? What is this new cycle, this blessing of Venus, the Venus kiss with the sun, Venus in the embrace of the king? Archangel Michael, Archangel Gabriel, please guide us. Now, everyone has Libra somewhere in their chart. So in which area of your life is this Venus conjunction for you? That's what you need to ask yourself if you are familiar with your natal chart. So energetically, dear Spirit, what's going on? What does the future show pertaining to relationships, abundance, prosperity? Thank you for your guidance. I think that I am ready to cut the cards. Thank you all for liking, sharing, and subscribing. It does help the channel. Subscribing is for free. Thank you in advance for helping these videos reach many people. As you can see, there is a lot of work that goes into these videos, and through connecting with me, it is you showing your appreciation for what is done here at Divine Debut 11. Okay. What is the Karma Dharma connected with this Venus star point, this Venus conjunction? Just before Venus goes into the underworld, she will be revisiting Pluto, Scorpio. She will be transiting through Scorpio. So we are sort of needing to clear out. We're dealing with karma the next month moving forward, as we're needing to shed and let go of anything that is poisonous, dark, secretive, controlling. Think of Pluto and Scorpio. But Scorpio, the good with Scorpio, and I just got the goosebumps, is that Scorpio it's healing. It's not only poison, Poison can be turned into medicine. What is the Karma Dharma for this Venus star point, dear Spirit? Thank you very much. Archangel Michael, Archangel Lophiel, Archangel Gabriel, please guide me. What is the Karma Dharma in relation to the energies happening now? And we've got the High Priestess. So this does speak to spiritual connections. This does speak to possibly third-party situations that need to be cleared away. Because where there's third-party, external noise, other people in your relationships, they never work. They never work. 2 is the scales, Libra. 2 is balance. 3 is a crowd. Now 3, yes, can also speak to expansion and growth. It is the number of the Empress. But 2 is the scales. 2 can speak to balance, but remember also 2 can also speak to choices. So when when you're in a love affair, let's say, you do have choices. So choices are needing to be made, because we've also got a 2 here with a High Priestess. And the High Priestess, yes, is Virgo and Pisces. Virgo is of service. It's purification. Pisces is compassion, unconditional love, and possibly also a divine union. Needing to deal with, because Pisces is also the end. It's the 12th sign in the zodiac. Jupiter is ready to ingress into Pisces and finish off a very large cycle. As he's revisiting Pisces, he's retrograding back into Pisces, and he will, remember, Jupiter is a benefic. He's a positive planet. He's optimistic. He's truthful. He's wise. That's what he brings us. He's our luck. And remember, we had the Wheel of Fate, Jupiter card in the reverse. So if the wheel is in the reverse, it's been in the reverse, it's been tough. The wheel needs to turn upright, and the wheel of fate keeps turning. And remember, the Wheel of Fate also speaks to our beliefs. What's been going on in our relationships? Have our beliefs needed to change? Have we needed to become wiser? Remember that Jupiter is going to station, he's going to station to turn direct on the degree that Venus loves to be on, where she's most powerful. That's where he's going to station to turn retrograde. And that is happening because Jupiter in 5 days, on the 28th of this month of October, he's going back into Pisces. So that's his home sign. He's going to bring us the truth where there's been illusion, where there's been deception and third parties. He will sever, because Jupiter speaks to truth. He speaks to truth. He speaks to litigation, law, expansion, freedom. Through truth, we can free ourselves up, because Pisces it's the last sign, which is a very karmic. The 12th house of Pisces is a very karmic house. Pisces, as I said, is unconditional love, but it can be illusion. It can be deception. It can be self-illusion. It can be, we've been wearing those rose-colored glasses. Jupiter needs to help us take off those rose-colored glasses. Wake up from that dream. We've been living in a dream. It's time to see the truth, which the truth sets us free. And she does usually hold a key. So the key speaks to an open wound pertaining to relationships, possible money matters as well. Remember, Venus doesn't only speak to love. She speaks to a physical and tangible security. What money we own, what surrounds us, and what makes us feel good. It's those 5 senses as well. Are those 5 senses tantalized? And this is what you need to do as you meditate when Venus conjoins with the sun. Right? I've given you the times. If you're not in those places that I've mentioned, Google the time, right, and see the time difference. Make yourself feel good. Do something, pamper yourself. Do something that makes you feel good. Okay, and connect to the divine, connect to spirit, and of course, trust your intuition. Wow. Okay, so 2. 2 is coming together, coupling up, or segregation, severing ties, split. Where are we coming from? We've got the 2 of Cups. So this is a soulmate connection. We know the 2 of Cups, and it does come from the past. It's in the root of the issue, of the reading, and the past position. So there is a soulmate that many of you may have connected. Okay, we do see the union here, the divine union, a love connection, right? And I'm not reading reversals, so 2s are all about balance. 2 2s we've got. This is incredible. Maybe there hasn't been balance because of third parties. The High Priestess many times for me speaks to a third party, right? Some of you are seeking guidance. You are also spiritually aligning at this time, but also seeking that divine counterpart. What is hidden from us? What will be revealed? We have the Hermit. So someone is seeking guidance and wisdom. So we've got a lot to do with spirituality here. Remember, we had the Wheel of Fate drop, and it was in the reverse. For me, the 10, which is the Wheel of Fate in reversal, does speak to not getting to that 10 yet. I don't know if this is talking about the time of Sagittarius, as the sun will come out of Scorpio. The sun and Venus will come out of Scorpio. Way different energies, Scorpio and then Sagittarius. Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter, who is a benefic. Scorpio is ruled by Pluto, who is a malefic, a dark force. But it's also very transformative. Everything is necessary. All the energies of all the planets, of all the gods, are necessary to bring in the balance. So as we're going through a transformative month ahead, we come out on the other side into Sagittarius season, which is Jupiter ruled. There's more freedom there. There's more awakening. There's more spirituality. There's more understanding. There's more expansion, growth, and wisdom, and justice. So we're at the 9, and we do see someone is ready to pray, to beg, to ask for. This is like, it's Virgo. We've got Virgo Pisces again. And I was saying Virgo is purification. Pisces is compassion. Virgo can discern where there's been no service, no practicality, and no grounding. Because Pisces can be, I get lost in the dream. I expect the dream to happen, but I get lost in the dream. Can it actually happen in practical matters? I've dreamt of this union. Not all of you have met your soulmate yet. Some of you may have dreamed of them. You may be single and hoping for that special person to come in. And many of us may be coming out of toxic Scorpio, toxic connections that we needed to go through so that we could know that we are worthy, because Venus does speak to self-worth as well. So we're at the 9 here. Recent past. We have the 3 of Wands. A 3. We've got a 3 here. 3 of Wands is like we're waiting on those ships to come in. Some of us may be also connecting through social media. I mean, the relationships these days and with the lockdowns and all that since 2020 have just boomed, where communication through, social distancing is concerned. Dating is not the same as what it used to be. This is what needs to change, my dear friends. It's not the same. You see someone on the other side of the screen at a distance. You don't know who they are. Now, there's the positive in dating sites through the social media, through the internet, but there's also much negativity where there can be a lot of deception. And things are changing. All that social distancing has stopped people coming together physically. It's not the same. I mean, the distance, the screen is Pisces. It's a dream. You cannot physically touch it. And that's what Virgo is, why Virgo is necessary here. So Three of Wands can speak to a long distance relationship, but it can also speak to, in the recent past, many of us may have made a choice already, because remember, we pass through those Two of Wands to get to the third wand, which is our new found desire. And it's possible also that Ace of Wands, that third wand, is something new that we're wanting to create. So threes do speak to the Empress. So this speaks to potentially creating something that is in the womb now, and we will be birthing it, whether it's a love connection or a creative. Because again, many people have lost their jobs, many people have started to work from home. There's more entrepreneurial careers going on. People are trying to create from solitude, from being at home, from being behind the scenes, which is the hermit, being in solitude. Now, we've been looking for the light. We've been seeking the guidance. We're waiting on those ships to come in. Let's see what is going on possibly in the now. And remember, the now for you will be when you watch this, when you get this message, when you receive this message. And I'd just like to also point out that Divine Spread is my creation, dear friends. I've been doing it for a long time. I've got a lot of Divine Spread readings in the past. You can watch them on my channel. This is the way we set it out. So recent past, let's look at the now. We've got the Four of Pentacles. So someone is holding back. There is insecurity in the Four of Pentacles. But this is also the miser, where it's emotions, connected to emotions or finances, right? Four of Pentacles. Fours always speak to the home, the past, the mother, past connections, possibly where someone's been holding back. Okay, we've got Four of Pentacles is usually my Taurian energy. And speaking of Taurus is where the North Node is, and where we're going to have a total lunar eclipse on the 8th of November. Just after this Venus star point, this Venus kiss with the sun, we are having an eclipse. It's going to be a new moon in Scorpio, and Venus is right there on the eclipse. And eclipses are very powerful lunations, very powerful. It's like the major arcana cards. It's the hand of spirit and the hand of God. So really interesting that she will connect with the sun in Libra just before this new moon in Scorpio, and as she dives into the underworld of Scorpio and Pluto, where things will change and transform. So a new moon in Scorpio will show us things that have been hidden. There are new beginnings, and the beginning it's like a beginning of the end, or as we have a new moon, obviously that something has been culminating and ending for a new beginning, a new Scorpionic beginning, right? And Scorpio, which is Pluto ruled and Mars ruled, especially with Mars as he's retrograding in the sign. He's going to start to retrograde on the 30th of this month in Gemini. There's a lot of decisions, a lot that needs to be talked about and researched and looked at before we make our decision to move forward. Remember that Gemini is research, it's conversation, it's collaboration within small groups. I mean, even where business is concerned and our money, there's a lot that we need to seek in the next few months moving forward. What is crowning this reading? Because I want to say Taurus is all about holding back. Taurus is fixed. Scorpio is fixed. We are talking about fixated on something. That's why the eclipses come in to take us off that fixation. What is it that we were stubborn with and we did not want to change in our life? Well, that's why eclipses come in. So trust in whatever is going on for you and whatever is changing is necessary. Let's see what's crowning. We've got the Five of Cups. Five of Cups, a lot to do with emotions. Five of Cups, usually in other decks, it shows 3 cups that are spilt and the 2 standing behind. Here we've got 5 cups that are up. They haven't been spilt, but fives always speak to change. And we see that he's... Let me just show you the card up close, because it looks like there's a lot that goes into this Five of Cups. He's thinking, he's like talking to himself, having a conversation by himself. One step before the Six of Cups. Fives always speak to a feeling of lack and conflict. So it's as though this person here, instead of going into their emotional self, they're going into their mind. And Venus she's the cosmic heartbeat. She's the cosmic heartbeat of humanity, of us. I mean, even our heart, they say, has got a mind of its own. So we need to listen from the heart, listen from our emotions, listen to what, how your emotions will be playing out. I mean, we do have this card at the top of the reading. So as a horoscope spread, it's like in the position of, you know, what we are aiming towards for our future and what we need to look at in a very mature way. Now, this can speak to career as well, this position here. So it's career, it's reputation, but 5 cups still standing. To me, this says that we are on the way to change. But what I get here, because the 6th cup is missing, which 6s always speak to balance. 5s are conflict, right? So someone's emotions are conflicted because of family, other people, or their emotional life is in conflict because of others, possibly. That's what comes to me. But also, what is missing is the Holy Grail, the Ace of Cups. Have we been loving ourselves and beaming that out to others? Where there is self-love and we feel complete ourselves, then we are capable of coming into balance. Because remember, Libra is the scales. We need to be in a relationship that is like a mirroring image. Both parties bringing something to the table, but two complete whole beings being able to reciprocate with each other. So maybe this is what will be worked out. That where there's been no self-love, that's why we are at the 5 of Cups, possibly. No self-love and no self-respect. And that's what we also gravitate towards, relationships such as those, towards people that do not feel worthy of being in a relationship. So it's like a vicious cycle. Let's see what the action and advice is, dear Spirit. It's interesting that we've got a 3, 4, 5. We've got a 2, 3, 4, 5. Like there's a transition here. Oh my goodness. I cannot take all these cards. But we've got the King of Cups here. We've got a Tower moment here. So there's an awakening. And there's a 9 of Cups. And we've got the 3 of Pentacles. So we've got a King of Cups here. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Right? Someone very mature, openly mature. Now, what's interesting is that he's holding that 6th cup. He could be going through some sort of an awakening, a Tower moment where there's a major shift, an aha moment in his life, or this shift brings on a wish fulfillment. We've got the 9 of Cups here. What comes after this Tower moment is a wish fulfillment and a possible expansion with the 3 of Pentacles, which means that someone is coming into understanding that they're willing to collaborate. I will take the cards. I will take them because they do resonate very much so with the reading. This is what this King of Cups is awakening to, that he's ready to do the work. This is a wish fulfillment whatever is breaking down and transforming, remember that the Tower is like rebuilding something from the ground up. And the Three of Pentacles comes after the Two, which the Two Pentacles up in the air is someone having a lot going on in their life, but also they're needing to make a decision, which probably also is connected to finances, self-worth, and also choices pertaining to stable relationships that again could also be connected to finances. Remember that Two of Pentacles could also be someone who's hedging their bets in two different relationships, possibly for some of you, where something needs to change here. And what I notice here in the Botticelli is the 8 cups on the table and the 9th cup is on the floor. Remember that the Eight of Cups is leaving something behind that did not fulfill us. And the 9th cup is on the floor. So a possible wish fulfillment from maybe the past, or emotionally, possible checking out and moving towards a wish fulfillment for this King of Cups. If we look at the cups in the action and advice position, we do have 9 and 1 is 10 cups. So emotionally, the divine masculine, if we could say, and we've all got masculine energy within us. Remember that Venus and everything that is made up of energy is yin and yang, right? Venus is more the divine feminine, obviously, because, well, she's more feminine, as we know. She's a goddess. But yes, she rules Taurus, which is earth, and therefore she's got that yin energy from Taurus. But in Libra, which is an air sign, she's got that yang energy. So there is feminine and masculine within all of us. It's just that in some of us, there's more yin and less yang, and the other way around. But King of Cups, he's water sign. He's got more feminine energy within him. So Scorpio, that's why I believe that the King of Cups is more Scorpio, but it can be Pisces as well. And obviously Cancer. Cancer, Pisces, it is the Scorpio card nevertheless. So there is an emotional challenge here and change. If this is a Scorpio person that you are dealing with, and you know, on an energetic cosmic level, I want to say that this would be the Venus star point happening in Scorpio that is coming down with a Tower. The transformation is coming to an ending. The shift, the Plutonian dark shift is happening. So we're moving towards wish fulfillment. Venus in her home of Libra is equal partnerships and relationships and possible collaboration with the Three of Pentacles. This could also speak to collaboration and working with others, with small groups of people, let's say at work, to bring financial prosperity and abundance. What is the possible outcome? Remember, it's a 100-year cycle, but of course we're not all going to be around for that 100-year cycle, but we will have the blessings of Venus connecting with the Sun in Libra moving forward. Those of you that are interested when this could be happening and when it will be important, do join me on Patreon, as we will go into the finest of details. I also do look at personal charts and tell you where your Venus star point is, where you were born with your Venus star point, which area of your chart it is. And I also look at your partner's VSP and see their Venus star point that they were born with, and see how you connect with each other. So much depth, so much depth. What is the possible outcome? Dear Spirit, what is the possible outcome? And we've got the Knave of Chalices, which is Pisces. So this is the Page of Cups. This is the Page of Cups. So this is youthful energy. It's Pisces again. So it speaks to compassion. Sometimes maybe even needing to trust something that you don't have all the details on. I mean, Pisces is abundance. It is empathy coming from a place of love and sacrifice. Now, because I'm not reading reversals, this could also say that there will be much that will be shown to us that maybe we were dreaming of, something that we dreamed of. I mean, it's a small start. It's fresh energy. It's youthful, and it's also a message. This is a message of love. This could also be an apology. Now, love starts youthful. So it's like going back to the drawing board and coming from a place of compassion and empathy. So therefore, where someone has done you wrong, it's time to look at things from a different perspective. Wow. I did not say where I would take this card. This is the Fool. And we've got the Hunchback here. So this speaks to something weird. It brings me back to the key which the High Priestess holds, which is Chiron, that open wound that we've been born with. A wounding of relationships, trying to find a resolution. I mean, Chiron was a centaur in mythology, and therefore he felt like he was different, and he was treated in a very harsh way because he was very different to the gods, right? In mythology, he was put to the side. He was the son of Kronos. So because he was weird, he was always carrying that wound of self-worth, and someone is not feeling worthy of having the power, you know, the Fool is Aries, to start off this new journey, because Chiron is also transiting through Aries. We are looking at that open wound and how we can heal that, or live to learn, and be able to learn from it, and therefore help heal others through our own experiences. So there is something about not feeling worthy or good enough. Or with that card, I'm going to say, if this was meant to come out here in the divine position, then it says that, yes, there is a new beginning ahead of us. Someone needs to overcome their inability to move forward. Remember that Mars will retrograde, oh my God, in Gemini. Mars, which is courage, it's having the guts, it's the warrior. Oh my God. So we've got Judgment. I will take it. Now remember, we did have the Fool, so major arcana cards are coming through. Judgment does speak to resurrection. It speaks to Archangel Michael bringing aid to our emotional lives where there's been no life. There's been an ending. We've been stuck in a rut, obviously. There is help coming through from Spirit. But there is a dilemma, and there is a choice that needs to be made here. Do we want to resurrect our lives? Do we know that we are worthy of finding the right partner, of being provided for? Venus is being provided for financially. Venus is anything that we create as well, anything that we love and that we create. So what is going on? This is the help from Spirit, from the planetary alignments. This is divine guidance here, obviously. So we've got the Knight of Wands. I love that we've got the Knight of Wands here, because we see that someone is coming into resurrection, and he's running towards his desires and what he is passionate about. He's holding that Ace of Wands, remember. And stay with me till the end, because I'm going to take another deck that I'm using in the October, November, December readings, which is a Greek deck. I will introduce that to you because we will look at it at the end of the reading, towards the end of the reading. And there is a card that does show someone jumping over hoops, and it's like what is going on here with this knight. So we've got Sagittarian energy again, strong fire. If not Sagittarius, could be any other fire sign. We did have Aries as well, so let's mention that. So we go from Scorpio energy to Sagittarius, which is what I was talking about before. So also on a more practical level, yes, this is someone that is driven by their desires. This is someone, if this is on a more personal scale, let's say, even collectively, yes, we are taking action, we are covering ground, we are creating, right? But this also possibly speaks to travel, physical distance, moving towards what it is that we want to create. Can be actual movement. So movement where career is concerned, expanding what we are creating out to the world. I mean, Sagittarius is foreign countries. It's very expansive. And we're quickly moving into the future. The white horse does speak to purification, does it not? Let's see what else we've got. What else is the guidance from Spirit? How do the planetary alignments affect us? What's going on with this Knight of Wands? And we've got, oh my God, the High Priestess. Oh my goodness. We are taking action towards a divine union. The High Priestess coming into a divine spiritual union, communion. Okay, and we know that she's all about wisdom. So we are all also waking up to the change within relationships. Relationships have been very sexual, very dark. We know what goes on the internet, right? A lot of sexual themes, sexual harassment, skeletons in the closet, taboo, dark themes, secrecy. I do feel that there is going to be more of a purification where relationships are concerned. Moving forward, as we take a notch up, go up a notch, where spiritual connections are concerned. Let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the Page of Wands, so someone is ready to take that leap of faith, is ready to send out that message. Remember that the Knave of Wands, the Page of Wands, is very much Aries, Sagittarius. So this is the page that is very abundant. This is the page that's very driven. There's a sense of royalty with this page, but he's also a very adventurous page. So we do have a couple of pages here. So there's fresh energies coming in. Love to see that. Let's continue. Let's take another layer. So what's going on with this Two of Cups? Two of Cups. Two of Cups. What's been going on from the past? And we've got the Two of Swords. Yes, there has been fights. There has been separation. There's been a clearing out that needed to happen. Right? It's like Two of Swords. Remember, in the traditional tarot, shows someone not having all the information, needing to trust their perception, or coming from a place of heart, maybe using the head and the heart together. But here we see competitive energies. You could see that. And as I said, where there's been choices, this could also be an internal battle, if not an external, where two people are competing for the heart of that third person. If this is an internal battle, it hasn't been easy. So our choices have been very difficult. And if you look at it, we've got the Swords, which is our perception, and the Cups, which is our heart. Where have you been coming from? From the heart or from the mind? It's a time to come from the heart. Listen to your heart, not to your mind, and what makes sense, what is communicated. Listen to the Look at the body language. Listen to the tone of their voice. What are they telling you? How do they speak to you? Everything. Use your perception. Your higher mind. Use that third eye. Use your crown chakra. What is hidden here with the Hermit? We've got the King of Wands here. So someone that was very powerful, and with this could be a Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. Possibly someone that's very creative, an entrepreneur, they own their own business. Someone that's very powerful, maybe could be filled with ego as well. Possibly that is being humbled. We see the Hermit on his knees. So someone that is going to be someone that's getting grounded. Virgo is about grounding, about practicality, having the ability to discern and purify and provide a service. King of Wands is what we desire, we create. Remember, kings are maturity. There's experience there. So someone is seeking guidance towards something that they desire to create. It can be a business, but it can also be a strong connection with someone. Now, the King of Wands, as I always say, for me, could again be the Scorpio energy. Why? Because Scorpio is about passion, that color red. Most of you that know Scorpio people, you know that they love that color red. They're driven by their desires, even though they're a water sign. Remember that they're also ruled by Mars. Mars is fire, right? Because it rules Aries as well. But we've got the King of Wands here, someone that is ready to take action. After humbling, after going internal and seeking their light, the wisdom possibly from elsewhere, from someone, I don't know, an ascended master, someone that is an astrologer, tarot reader. That's what the High Priestess is as well. So I want to take one more card on the hidden position. And we've got the Ten of Wands. So there is exhaustion, but we are coming to the end of a burdensome cycle. Someone is probably going to need to take some time out. They've been working really hard trying to maybe create something powerful in their life. But remember that the Ten of Wands also is the Ace of Wands. So someone is going to cover a lot of ground to get to their desired outcome and what they desire. Or this is like this King of Wands is revisiting something to do with the past. That was a really heavy burden that they were carrying. Now, maybe through energetic transformation, I would say. It's as though the groundwork has been done. They've, whether it's energetically, spiritually, emotionally, they've covered a lot. Because remember, we had the the Page of Wands. We've got the Knight of Wands and we've got the King of Wands, which is in the hidden position that you don't know about. And the Ten of Wands turns into the Ace, which is like the Ace of Wands can speak to, again, a sexual connection, a desire to connect, to begin. It's that flame. Let's look at the Three of Wands. A lot of fire we've got. We've got the Knight of Swords here in the past. So there's something that needs to be cleared pertaining to the past, whether it's communication, whether it's legalities. We know that the Knight of Swords can be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra, but he is looking towards the past. Here in the Divine section, we've got the Knight of Wands moving towards the future. So remember that Mars will be retrograding in Gemini, so we've got information that we need to seek from the past. We will be working on this until mid-January. It could be connected to legalities, connected to third parties, a long-distance relationship. I want to take one more on that Knight of Swords. And there is Chiron. There he is. There's the Centaur. Here is the self-worth issues. And we've got the Seven of Wands, more fire. Seven of Wands is like someone in denial, someone blocking you, someone not letting you in, or the person you're dealing with possibly has had issues in the past. Remember that Centaur is an open wound. Your person possibly is trying to look for a resolution. There could also be health issues, if not emotional. It could be spiritual, someone awakening up to spirit, or that this is a spiritual connection. It's not just a physical. I get the devil energy here. Or they've got matters that they need to deal with pertaining to the past. Sevens always are about conflict, and it's about a difficult corner that they've needed to a difficult turn in their life that they've been dealing with, and it's got to do with the past. Now, yes, it can stem from their childhood, because remember, Chiron is the wound we carry. Could be from our childhood or from a past lifetime. So he's been aiming for something to heal an open wound. I don't know if this also speaks to, because we know that the King of Cups is not someone, many times, I mean, they are emotionally very deep. If this is the Scorpio, it is the energy of Scorpio, is depth and secrecy, someone that's not able to communicate their emotions because they go very deep. We'll come back to that. We'll see what else comes to me, but let's look at the now. Four of Pentacles, someone holding back, someone feeling the miser, trying to hide money or stash money away, or we've got the Ace of Swords. So whatever someone's been holding back on, there will be truth, there will be understanding. That's what the Ace of Swords speaks to. It speaks to possible victory. This is a potential, or to cut away pertaining to self-worth issues and feeling the miser. Now, someone could be using their intelligence where business is concerned, using that higher mind, that higher perspective, or that higher knowledge, or seeking wisdom, or I mean, we know that the aces are gifts that come from spirit. So there can also be information that is brought forward. Pay attention to signs and synchronicities pertaining to someone holding back. Or for those of you that have had difficulty in finances, you are being guided with intelligence here on how to move forward and cut through something that sort of blocked you from moving forward financially. Let's take one more on that Ace of Swords. And we've got the Queen of Cups. Oh my God. So someone has been holding back emotionally for sure here. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. We've got the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. We do have the King of Wands here. So some of you, those of you that are the Divine Feminine, or you feel you are more inclined towards the yin energy, you may have a choice between two Divine Masculine. I don't know. But we see and we know that the Queen of Cups is also the High Priestess. And she's got an open book here. Usually the High Priestess is a closed book, and we've got the closed book here. I mean, this is crazy. We've got three same energies here. So someone is desiring very much so to see what's been written. She's writing here, and here the book is closed. So this night, this Divine Masculine energy is seeking the wisdom or the knowledge or the emotional openness from this Yin Divine Feminine. Wow. Someone is opening up here and speaking their truth. Let's look at that Five of Cups. It's interesting to say that this Queen of Cups has got her back to the King of Cups. And he's in her future. She doesn't know it because she is more about the past. What is that Five of Cups about? And we have the Seven of Pentacles. A 5 and a 7. There is conflict in the mind. I said come from a place of heart. We've got the Four of Pentacles, feeling the miser. Seven of Pentacles is more having invested more but being stuck because of an emotional decision. Maybe timing also, because sevens are it's the quarter cycle of Kronos and Saturn, where someone needs to mature, or they're going through a difficult round of something here. We've got a Seven of Wands and a Seven of Pentacles. Seven is also the Chariot, remember. And the Chariot does speak to needing to make a decision to move forward. It's like honing in, taking charge, holding on to the reins. We are the ones in charge. We don't wait for others. We are in our chariot and ready to move towards victory. As long as there is a decision that we are honing in all the energy, laser beam, right? And aiming for our goals. And that's what I see with the bow and arrow here that the centaur holds. Here in the divine position, looks like someone is fired up and they know what they are heading towards. So let's take one more. I want to take one more on that 7 and 5. 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles. Remember, 7 of Pentacles can speak to having invested blood, sweat and tears, or financially invested in something that we are creating. So it's been hard and it is hard. Let's see what happens. And we've got the Six of Swords, so we leave those stuck energies. Lovely. We move towards tranquility. There is change. There is transition. And again, there could be physical distance. That's why there's stuck energies here. We do come from the Five of Swords, competitive energies, self-worth issues, self-sabotage, not wanting to come from a place of, Five of Swords, challenges, a challenge of the mind, a challenge of the perception of one's intelligence, but coming from a place of serenity. Let's take the possible outcome. We've got enough cards here, I think. Let's look at that Knave of Cups, Page of Cups. We have Temperance, which is saying all is happening in divine timing. There will be healing. There will be, the sun will rise once again. Alchemy is going on here. Temperance speaks to patience. That apology will come in. It's interesting because we've got Pisces and Jupiter here. I did speak of Pisces. Jupiter going back into Pisces on the Venus degree. Venus loves the sign of Pisces. So in actual fact, we do have unconditional love. We will have truth. We will have clarity. We will have abundance. Anything that we dream of, we can create. Okay? And it's up to us. Jupiter will leave us with gifts as he will leave Pisces. He will leave Pisces and then move back into Aries. So we'll be going back to the beginning. We've already started something, my dear friends. Something has already started. That cycle has started. It's just that we had to revisit the past and make sure that we're on the right path. And of course, we've needed to grow and mature. Let's take one more card. Some of you are at a physical distance. Temperance is Sagittarius. Temperance comes after Scorpio. Hello. And there will be equal giving and receiving. Remember, Temperance holds those 2 cups. And we've got the Six of Wands. There will be success. And what I see here, that she is above her ego. We see the angel above those 6 wands. So there will be success, but also an ascension where relationships are concerned. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. What's at the bottom of the deck? We've got the Queen of Wands here, my dear friends. So we've got King and Queen of Chalices, Cups, and we've got Queen and King of Fire, of Wands. So the Divine Feminine, if this is you and another person, energetically, you do come from a place of love. King and Queen of Wands want to manifest. They want to create. They're both on the same level. It's just that the Queens bring more knowledge and the Kings bring the experience, the experience. They've lived through certain situations, so they've got the know-how as well, because it's different to know, like, what is it that I know? I know that this works, but has it been tried and tested? That's what the King is. He's gone through those notions. What is she sitting on? She's sitting on the Three of Swords. Wow. So where she's been heartbroken, where there's been third parties, she's gone through those notions, that experience. But now we see the Queen of Wands. She is also ready to create. She knows that she's powerful. She can create on her own, if need be. Because if she's been dealing with someone that was very sexual, let's say, or someone that was more inclined towards those dark vices of Scorpio and, you know, dark themes of control and power struggles, then she knows that she can create something that comes from a place of heart. But I'm going to say also that, yes, we've got fire and water here. So that desire can be, or that thirst can be quenched from the water element. And where there's fire and disaster in our lives, we can put out that fire with the water. I want to take different cards. I want to take some different cards. Thank you, Spirit, for your guidance. This is the Black Moon Astrology deck. I will actually add the cards that I'm using in the description box below. So with the astrology, this Venus star point, and remember, dear friends, this is not going to happen on the day. This is going to happen, we're not all in the same timeline. This is the collective energy, and we're all part of the collective. So this Venus star kiss can happen for you, let's say, in a month. It can happen for you in a year. It can happen for you in a couple of days on the Venus star point. It's not up to us. It's up to Spirit and the divine. We've got air element and communicating. And it's a number 39, which equals 12. And 12 is the hanging man, which someone's been waiting on communication. Remember, air is not only communicating, it's perception as well. Libra is air as well. I've got 3 other cards. We'll have a look. We have void, of course, moon, and missing. So there's a sense of emptiness or a deafening silence with void, of course, moon. Emotionally, someone's maybe checked out. There's unknown things going on pertaining to someone's home, their emotional standing. It is a 52. Again, it is a 7. So let's say for some of you, this could be that you don't know what's going on with your beloved person and what's going on around their house because there's been no communication. Or someone feels totally lost emotionally, totally lost, and they need to take time out. We don't do anything on a void, of course, moon. So I'm going to say, obviously, on eclipses, we don't do much. We don't get out there under the eclipses, if it's visible in your country, eclipses were feared in the past, and it's not good energy. So we take time out and meditate when we need to be in a position of silence. Use your own perception. Take some time out. South Node and life's debts. Someone is shedding something karmic that they've been carrying. We are all collectively. The collective nodal axis is in Scorpio. The South Node is in Scorpio. It's like we're going through, we're ending life's debts. We've paid them. We've come to the end. This is for the collective and for us personally. Especially if you were born with North and South nodes in where they are now in Taurus and Scorpio. And also it's a 42, which equals 6. 6 is the lovers. So we are letting go of someone that was not meant to be in our life anymore. They've run their course. The dragon's tail excretes, right? Scorpio is how you exit the food from your intestines, if you know what I mean. Right? So what are we letting go of? Something very, very karmic. And this eclipse is right on the South Node in Scorpio and with Venus. Oh my God, there is going to be a revolution, and this revolution is guided from the angels. It's a number 44. Here is the solar eclipse, which is what we are having on the 25th of October. So we're in the eclipse energies, right on point. Solar eclipse, as Venus, as she connects with the sun, she's going to connect with this solar eclipse. There's going to be a revolution. What is a revolution? It is change. It is change through hardship. And remember, solar eclipses, they're new moons, so they're amplified and very strong. So we'll be seeing lots of changes, lots of practical changes, because the solar eclipse is not the lunar eclipse, the full moon, which is more our emotions and our psyche. This is more about what's going on outside, things that we can see around us. Revolution, new beginnings, new transformative Plutonian beginnings. Pluto is powerful. Pluto can speak to riches. It can speak to a death and a rebirth as well. But also Scorpio is large amounts of money. Those that are in positions of power that have been collecting all the money from the many, humanity, this is also changing. People in positions of power are losing their power. The power will go to the many. So there is a revolution, and that is also connected with Uranus that's going to be on the lunar eclipse in Taurus. Uranus, big changes. We're all going to have aha moments. What's going on with the whispers of love, dear Spirit? What is going on with the whispers of love? Yes. The only thing that is real is love, and it's a 7. Shift your focus from the problem back to love. Let's take one more. And we have be supportive. Oh my God, we've got the bow and arrow here again. Be supportive. Make a genuine effort to show you care. I will show you these cards. Maybe you can get something out of the illustration. Okay. Let me just put my timer on because I'm gonna, I'm gonna be talking and it won't be recording. So we see a tree here, and up in the branches we've got the moon, we've got togetherness, we've got love, we've got coming from a place of heart, compassion, empathy. That's what the moon is. It's emotional support. And we've got be supportive, and we see an angel here. She's riding in the arms of an angel. Right? So this would be, for me, Archangel Michael. Archangel Michael is very supportive. If this is not Archangel Michael, it's got to do with what we've been trying to aim for, what we've been targeting. And it's a 45. So 45 also equals 9. We go 7 and 9. 7 and 9 are 16. 16 is the Tower. Someone is going to make a genuine effort. They're coming from a place of love. This is what it's all about, my dear friends. It's all about trusting. What we give out, we receive. Oh, wow. Okay, thank you, dear Spirit. So let's see emotionally with the Moonology Oracle where we are. It's time to take action. New moon in Aries. Someone is going to be gutsy and strong. Confidence is your key to success. New moon in Leo. We've got 2 new moons in fire. The energy is gaining momentum. Waxing moon. Something is growing. There is a lot of confidence. We're coming from a place of heart. This is Leo is heart. Aries is guts. It's someone on a mission. 2 new moons. Solar eclipse, another new moon. Lots of new beginnings. Through courage, through taking action, ready to go on that journey, coming from a place of love, creating, being childlike, and also overcoming this this wounding of the mind and this wounding of self-worth, that I'm not good enough. I feel that that's what's going on here. There is empowerment here. That's what I'm getting. Because Pluto is also empowerment. And this solar eclipse is going to be in a Plutonian sign. Let's not forget. I want to take a couple of fairy tarot cards. So let's see what the fairies will communicate to us. What will the fairies communicate to us? We've got the 5 of Swords here. Walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted isn't the best choice for your happiness, something that's not worth the effort. So yes, something to do with our perception with third parties. Remember, we've got the 6 of Swords up here. Here is the 5 of Swords. So we are moving away from that. We are leaving third parties. We are leaving any relationships that were very distraught and challenging and dishonest. 8 of Autumn, 8 of Pentacles this is, so it's the Virgo energy. Do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school or apprenticeships, excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. So we're leaving a job also that did not give us happiness. Something where there was too much competition, unfair competition, I'm going to say as well. But someone is also ready to do the work, but they're still at the stage of doing research. Someone is being educated. If this is anything to do with a business, we've got seminars, going back to school and apprenticeships here. Also, this could be a situation that's going on around a work situation. Remember, Virgo is very discerning. Virgo is very good with the details, and that's the Virgo energy. What else? And we've got the Strength card, and it's a number 11, which is an open portal. But this is also Leo. Leo, which is confidence, leadership. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. And we do have the Page of Cups there, which is about forgiveness. Time to embrace how wonderful you are. Okay, so this can also speak to needing to be patient, holding yourself back, as there will be a portal that opens. Someone is making a choice. 11 is like a 2. It's like the High Priestess, right? High Priestess, it looks like a 2. Let's see what's at the bottom of the deck. And we've got Taurus and Unity, number 5. Do the right thing for the right reason. Compare traditional versus new approaches to see which works for you. A spiritual-minded community. So again, we've got the High Priest and the High Priestess, High Priest here. So we are talking about spiritual unions. Yes, certainly here. But also commitments, marriage, education, wisdom, your beliefs. As we know, the North Node is in Taurus. This is what we need to follow. And the card speaks to unity, coming together, sharing the wisdom. We may be going through lots of changes where our beliefs are concerned. So we do have Leo and Taurus in those cards. Leo and Taurus, they're very fixed signs. Fixed signs we know are being affected by the eclipses. Let's take the Lover's Path Tarot. We'll see how many we'll take before I go on to this deck here. And I will take a message from the Spirit of the Animals at the end. Okay, thank you, Spirit. We've got illusion. So we've got Ivan and Odette. You may want to Google the mythology behind them, but this is the moon. So there is some sort of illusion. What else do we have? We've got the Ace of Cups, everyone. There is the Ace of Cups. So this is something that you've been dreaming of, possibly. A new beginning. Remember what I spoke of pertaining to self-love. The moon can speak to dark, illusory, deceptive relationships as well. Secrecy pertaining to someone's home or someone's past. Remember also that this could also speak to our psyche. The moon does speak to our psyche and depths, subconscious fears pertaining to love. And we've got the King of Cups. I rest my case. King of Cups is here once more. The divine masculine is very powerful, even though, yes, we know that the divine feminine is equally as powerful. With the moon, it is yin energy. So this is someone opening up. Speaks to Mark, King Mark. I don't know, but it's a good idea to check it out. Google King Mark and see what was going on with him and what type of a person he was. Let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the Ten of Cups, everyone. We've got the Ten of Cups. So yes, this Venus star point does speak to past connections. Look at the tree. Okay, it's connected to family. It's connected to healthy relationships. Wow. Wow, people. Where there's been deceptive, there's an ending. Where there's been deception, we are leaving deceptive relationships. We get the idea. Now, this deck is a Greek deck, so you will not be able, if you don't know, if you cannot read Greek, you will not be able to use the booklet. This is called the Gypsy deck, and I'm using it for the symbolism more so. Now, I'm choosing the Divine Feminine, more so like the Queen or the Empress, which I'm using this deck in the extended readings for October, November, December that I will be doing, that I am doing, creating now. Half of them are going to be up today. But I'm using these specifically in the extended for love. So let's see what's going on. So we've got the yin energy, let's say here more so. Now, if you are, because most people that follow me, they're more the yin energy, right? More feminine. So you can say that this is your energy, or those of you that are divine masculine, more masculine, I should say, you can see this as your person, right? Now, you could be a masculine that's more leaning towards the yin energy, so you could see this again as yourself. Take it as it resonates, dear friends. What's going on? This Venus star point, this Venus conjunction with the sun, Venus kiss. What is it bringing? Oh my God, we've got Eros. So we've got Cupid, and he's holding the bow and arrow. Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Remember that Eros was the love child of Venus and Mars, the lovers of the zodiac. Venus was in marriage with Vulcan, but her lover, the person she desired, was Mars. And they created Eros, which is a love child. So a love child is created, whether it's a love child or a very important love union. This is Eros, everyone. So this is a beautiful sign that what we are aiming for is love. It's love. This is deep love. Remember that Eros carried a poisonous arrow. So some of us have been poisoned. Remember, Scorpio is also poison. And this is what we're needing to see. What poison do we need to let go of? What do we have after Eros? Okay, so we're in transition because someone is wanting to settle, where there's been passionate love, secretive love, right? Poisonous love, which is very poison, can be turned into elixir, right? So transformative love, where we've needed to go through those notions, those lessons. We are needing to make a choice, either to settle. It is a 22. 22 is like paths opening, where we can have hesitation, but we need to make a decision. She's holding an anchor. We see the ship coming in, but she's got a hand lifted. Let me show you the card. Has love been too poisonous and too heavy for you? You could see that carrying this heavy anchor is not an easy ordeal. Someone is wanting to settle, though, to stop transitioning. This could also possibly speak to love coming in from a distance and wanting to settle down, possibly, or wanting to change and transition or migrate somewhere that you feel called to, right? That you feel more, love towards, a different country or a person that is in a different country. Someone is wanting to stop the transition or being just here, there, and everywhere. They want to settle down, okay? That's what I get with that card, and there are decisions that are needing to be made. Remember that the anchor can speak to grounding as well. Where someone has been living a dream, they will be grounded. Their feet will need to be on the ground. That could be difficult as well. A difficult wake-up call. Oh my God. Thank God for that. We have the Virgin Bride. Now, she's not a virgin for all of you. She is all about purity. This is I don't want to say a white wedding for some of you, but she is the pure bride, which means this is going to be a successful marriage. It's a relationship that started with maybe quite a bit of poison that needed time to be turned into medicine, or a relationship that was all about learning. It very, very strong, guided from Cupid, the god of love, Eros. This is Eros. Eros is it's like the devil. It's something that you cannot deny. It's something that will keep you in a loop until the lesson is learned. But here is where it stops. And I want to see what's at the bottom of the deck. We've got news that's coming in. We've got news, a letter, communication that's coming in. And it's got to do with this, probably with this, around about this eclipse. It's going to bring some sort of change, transformation, some sort of an ending of the thief, the mice, the deficiency, or the third party. We've got the mice here, and we've got someone running away. The thief is running away. Someone is trying to get away with something. Something will be, something that was hidden we will understand, we'll have the clarity. Pertaining to loss, pertaining to an open wound, or someone being in an unbalanced, unhealthy relationship, because the mice is like Chiron in Libra. So imbalances, injustices, someone may be needing to pay money out, having gone through divorce, possibly. I want to take one card on this Queen. What's on her mind and above her head? There is something to do with endings. We've got the scythe here. And again, Scorpio energy. But in this deck, it's showing that there is the possibility, after making a decision, because we've got two sides up here and things are up in the air, a clearing of the space needs to happen, a letting go of karma and, you know, anything to do that's bringing us out of our comfort zone. A choice needs to be made to take the abundance. Remember the scythe in the Lenormand? Well, this man here is sort of pretending he's taking his time in sharpening the scythe. He's getting ready to do work, but he's taking time out to think, and his mind is up in, like, he's challenged to make a decision. What's more important for him, emotional abundance or financial abundance, I get here. But also, has he got the ability to know that, yes, he's the one in power. Yes, he needs to, because we've got three sides here, let go of the past and make space in his life. All right? That's what I see here. And I just wanted to check the booklet just a moment for that number 22. This speaks to success where business is concerned, that's for sure, because the anchor does speak to business. So this is talking about finishing up a situation of research. So finishing something that you were researching. And like the research that's ending, you're getting to land. Now you're setting down your anchor. Remember that what you are creating, you can actually hold, because this anchor it's a big anchor. It's like a heavy contract or a very powerful marriage. Something that you've been carrying that hasn't been easy, possibly. Remember not to get too overexcited. Come from a place of love and not from it's like being happy with what is going to be offered to you and not asking for more and more. Like never being happy. It's a time of, you know, seeing that what spirit will be providing to you is what you need to understand is meant for you, and not being too self-indulgent and unhappy with the situation that you are in. Yeah, so you need to be practical, and that's the Virgo energy that I get. But anyway, the bride here, the bride, which is one of the most positive cards in this deck, if not the most positive, where love is concerned, because it speaks to a very abundant and very very happy, a blissful marriage. And if you're asking about someone in particular, they are unmarried, so they could have come out of divorce or separation, I would say here. But this is a pure connection. This is coming from a place of purity and heart. No doubt, we see that. It's possibly, of course, it is, someone's popping the question here, right? She's also got a letter in her hand. This could be a contract, possibly. So I love this, but there is a clearing out of the energy that needs to happen with this figure here. There is a lot of love here. Cupid is here. 10 of Cups is here. What's beneath the 10 of Cups? 6 of Swords. Moving towards, transitioning towards bliss. Or if there's been a lack of happiness, you are transitioning towards an ending and a restart in your life, dear friends. Let's take a message from Spirit. I think that this Venus star point has given us a lot of details. I hope it helped you in some way. Oh, before I do that, I just want to get a bit more information here. I know some of you are going to be saying, why didn't you take any cards in the divine section? So we've got the card of crisis and decision making and judgment. We've got the Knight of Wands and the High Priestess. We've got the High Priest and the High Priestess here. We've got the Sacerdote, and it's 13, which is Scorpio. So something that's been hidden pertaining to an ending of a marriage, or some sort of even working for a large company or some sort of business, because that's what the Sacerdote is like. It's like business as well, working for a large firm or something like that. There's going to be a moment of judgment and crisis and choices that need to be made, decisions, but there will be help coming from Spirit. We see Spirit, she's been sighing and waiting for those ships to come in. Now, she's also waiting on this Knight of Wands, you could see here, who is covering ground. It could be a possible secret meeting as well, with the High Priestess there. This could be, yes, it could be a love affair and help coming through, but someone ready to do the work now and take the action, cover ground. Like if this is an ending, because it's a 13, an ending to a marriage, possibly, you'll be finding out a lot that you did not know about. Let's see what the High Priestess shows. Oh my God, we've got the divine union, a spiritual communion, a popping of the question. Here is the ring. This is a contract. It's the Ace of Wands. Here it is. The creation of a new partnership, a divine spiritual connection. And this is what you possibly dreamed about. This is what some of you have imagined, which is becoming more real. You will know about this. A very beneficial contract and a marriage which will also be very abundant for others of you. If not on a financial level, it could be on an emotional level. As long as we are shedding that south node that's run its course, here is the message. We've got Bison, abundance. Sacred buffalo, cloak me in your wisdom. Keep me warm through the storms of life. Fill my life with goodness. Teach me the way of gratitude and prayer. So there is abundance in love. Venus will create abundance. We see the family, the father, the mother, and the little child, the newborn here. This is gorgeous. So this does speak to wisdom, a sacred connection, going through the storm, but being provided for and being kept safe and warm, being filled with goodness, a life filled with goodness, and being taught gratitude and prayer. I love this. I absolutely love this. My dear friends, I think I will leave it there. I do hope that this helped. I do hope that it gave you information. I better get this out to you, as you know, this very special moment is happening very soon. So by the time this is uploaded, make sure you Google. Even if you miss the exact moment, doesn't matter. I mean, the planets don't move that fast. So you've got a little bit of time. Remember, a Sun and Venus conjunction is like a new moon. It's like something is being birthed. So it starts off a new cycle. And pay attention, because 2 days later, on Tuesday, I think it's on Tuesday, Greek time, is when we're having the solar eclipse in Scorpio, where Venus will be on that. So it's like she's on 2 new moons, double amplification of Venus, and Aphrodite, the goddess of love. She can be the goddess of war as well. Do join us on Patreon so that you could see, you could find out what Venus is about, what Aphrodite is all about. There are many faces to Venus. Okay? And you will see her dark face, her dark phase, as she will be transiting through Scorpio. Pay attention to the Scorpio season with Venus there on the eclipse. Pay attention. All right, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing, my dear friends, and commenting. I love you all so much. I want just to point out that make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you've pressed that notification bell. Many of you are not receiving the notifications. Just check that you are subscribed. Check that you have pressed that little bell, and share these videos with your friends. And also join us on Patreon, as it is worth the effort. It is worth the time, your time, which is very precious, and so is mine. And I'm creating content there for all of us as we and the world is going through an awakening process. So if this is a personal reading for you, then it's more personal. As I said, it's for the collective as well. So what is coming through for the collective is relationships, partnerships, dealings, large groups of people coming together in more peace, harmony, fairness, and justice, coming from a place of Venus, which is very positive, and this is exactly what the collective needs. They need togetherness, they need truth, they need the scales of justice to work in sync and not in darkness and in deception and in propaganda and in all those things that we're seeing in the world now. This is what all will change. It all will change. Just be patient, as we are lucky to be alive in these times. Obviously, even though it's hard, history books are written. My love to you all. Namaste, everyone. Talk to you soon. Ta-da.